Hello, my name is Justin Jonas, and I'm here to pitch my client Ezekiel Elliott's multifaceted marketing and media plan. So Ezekiel Elliott was drafted in the 2016 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys. So a little bit about my client, Ezekiel Elliott. So he goes by Zeke for short. As you can see, Zeke was born on July 22nd, 1995. He grew up most of his life in St. Louis, Missouri, and attended John Burroughs High School. His father was a linebacker in college. His mother was also a high school state champion in 3 different sports. So for his early career of football, I focused on his junior and senior year. So his junior year, he had 211 rush attempts, 1,800 yards rushing, and 34 touchdowns, followed up by a spectacular senior year of 203 rushing attempts for 2,100 rushing yards and 40 rushing touchdowns. Zeke then chose to go to Ohio State University, obviously a fantastic football program in the Big Ten. There, in his freshman year, he had 30 rushes for 262 yards and 2 touchdowns, so not that much playing time. Following that, when he got a little more on the field in his sophomore year, he had 273 rushes, 1,878 yards, and 18 touchdowns, and then a spectacular junior year of football with 289 rushes for 23 touchdowns. So just to sum up a few of his awards and accolades that he's accumulated in his college career, he was the offensive MVP in the Sugar Bowl and College Football Playoff Championship. He was in the 2015 Heisman Trophy race and was a finalist. In 2015, he won the Graham George Offensive Player of the Year. In 2015, he was the Running Back of the Year for the NCAA, and in 2015, he was also a first-team All-Big Ten player. A little bit about the Dallas Cowboys, the team that has drafted my client Ezekiel Elliott. The team was founded in 1960. Since then, they have 5 Super Bowl championships with 8 Super Bowl appearances. Most recently, their record for the 2015 Dallas Cowboys was 4-12. Their all-time passing leader is the great Tony Romo. All-time rushing leader is the legendary Emmitt Smith. All-time receiving leader is the recently retired Jason Witten. The all-time scoring leader for points is Emmitt Smith as well. And the winningest coach in the franchise history is Tom Landry. To focus on where the Dallas Cowboys play, they play in AT&T Stadium, also known as Jerry World. They premiered the stadium in 2009. It's become the prototype of NFL stadiums as well as sporting stadiums around the country. So the 2015 Cowboys that my client has been drafted to, some notable players and staff. Their head coach is Jason Garrett. They have Tony Romo, Sean Lee on the defensive side, wide receiver Des Bryant, and tight end Jason Witten. So the culture in Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys are known to be America's team. The state of Texas is known for its football from Pee Wee all the way through professional, and Dallas is the center of that football playing. The city of Dallas embodies the spirit of America. They are very multicultural as well as attract many football fans from around the world. So I want to focus on some different things for a SWOT analysis for my client Ezekiel Elliott. The first being the strengths. I focused on the strengths for him in Dallas as well as the strengths in America. So obviously some strengths in Dallas. He's arguably one of the best players on the Cowboys already. The Cowboys are the king football team in Dallas. He had a terrific college career before even entering the NFL. He was a top draft pick, so a lot more attention's on him. He's also a fashion icon with his signature crop top suits and jersey. Some strengths in America. He plays for the Dallas Cowboys, obviously being America's team. Brings a little more market variety to him. He played for a very popular and historic college over at Ohio State University. He's nationally known for his outstanding play, and he was the best running back in the nation his junior year of college. There are some weaknesses that go along with this as well. To start with the Dallas market, there are a lot of great players in Dallas as well as get some media attention, so it might take some away from him. He had a history of bad behavior at Ohio State, which might take away some media exposure. He just joined the losing team that was 4-12 the previous year. Not much of a fashion scene in Dallas as well. It's not really known for that type of market like a New York or LA would be. Other than that, on the countryside, there are a lot of other great running backs in the NFL, as well as other players that could take away from the fashion side of the sport. And the Cowboys in recent years have seen dysfunctional at times. So some opportunities for him. He can create a lasting brand among his peers in Dallas. Uh, he is again a fashion icon, so he has a lot of fashion opportunities to sell his new look. Major news outlets, especially in the sports world, focus on the Dallas Cowboys, other even some hometown teams, and the Cowboys have had a long history of being a winning franchise. In the country, the fan base spans most of the country. There's a lot of Cowboys fans no matter where you go. He plays in major markets on a yearly basis, so he'll play 2 games in New York, he'll play games in LA, he'll play games around the big markets in the nation. There are some training opportunities at exclusive locations, and then he also plays football in the most notable and modern stadium in the National Football League. There are some threats as well. One big threat on the Dallas side is that there's a high capacity of other athletes in the Dallas area, being like the Dallas Mavericks, the Stars, and some college teams as well. Houston's another huge sports town in the state of Texas, which could take away from some opportunities there. There are rival athletes with very similar talent to him, and there's also rural areas surrounding the city, so it may not attract the demographic he's looking for. For the country, other Texas teams do have a history, of winning. Other stars from the 2015 draft might have an impact on other teams. There's potential to have a losing record, therefore taking some, marketing away. Fashion is bigger in other markets, and there's a lack of performance that could affect negatively on Zeke and the Cowboys. So with the announcement of Ezekiel Elliott's new punt, pass, and kick contest, I want to focus on the event for his signature community event. We're gonna focus. I won't read too much into this for you, but this is pretty much the press release for the event. It's going to be a punt, pass, and kick contest for all ages. Winners of each division will be honored during a Dallas Cowboy game at halftime in front of the fans. But there's also chances to meet Zeke, get some pictures and autographs of him, as well as some other Cowboys legends. So my contact information is on the bottom of this, but we do have a extensive marketing plan we would like to roll out for something like this. So to start, we have a social media plan. First step is to create designated social media platforms designed to reach out to the market. The market will be the Cowboys fans, football fans, and Dallas area parents. So we'll be having an Instagram page, Facebook page, Twitter page, and a Snapchat filter. Step 2 is to send out the official press release and media alert. We will be sending ticketing alerts to Cowboys fans as well, so anyone in their database will be contacting. We'll also have a update with any social media posts, so we'll keep the fan base updated through social media. Step 3 is to confirm the other players and legends who will be attending the event, and also to press urgency on ticket sales. So step 4 from there is going to be a very strong social media push. Getting some last minute signups, and obviously, putting the prizes and raffles on Instagram for people to see. So here's some examples of some social media posts that really want to start pushing. So you can see that one for yourself. We won't dive too much into it, but it's, kind of covers what we want to do and what we want to accomplish with the event. There's just a picture of Zeke. A typical Instagram post will do. Who's ready to play some ball with Zeke. See everyone on August 15th for the contest. So just gets a general message across there. So for some strategic considerations, we want to obviously focus on the biggest questions. Who, what, where, when, why. So we're going to be strategically considering who the target market is, where our key demographic is for the event, why would people come out to this event, and when should we attack our market. So how are we going to measure this? To measure the who is our target market, we're going to be focusing on who's most inclined to attend this event. This would be surveying different groups in the area, the Dallas area, obviously in Texas as well, and seeing who has the most positive response. To measure the key demographics, where would the key demographic be? We would be getting previous data from Dallas and that surrounding area, and see what the response would be to the event. Then we can locate key areas for the demographic and see if the target market fits. Measuring our strategy, we're going to continue with that. So it'll be, why would people come? We can actually measure this pretty easily by creating focus groups of fans and different people in the area to see what would entice them to come out to an event. What they want to see, what they wouldn't want to see. Then for measuring, how to attack, when we should attack the market, I think the best way is just do a periodic system based on week by week steps, day by day, which is kind of laid out before in our marketing plan. So there's some media contacts that I've obtained just to get this story out. So I do definitely want to reach out to these people. They're pretty hard hitters in the Dallas and Texas area. So we have you can see the names there, but there's a pretty extensive list of about 10 contacts that we have, and we'll be attacking these pretty hard and utilizing our resources to get the word out about the event. And there's some references just from the fact-based part of the study, as well as this pitch. So definitely want to get you involved in presenting Ezekiel Elliott with some really cool ideas and a really cool focus, and getting my client out onto the main stage of the market and make sure that he's going to be a staple in the football community for years to come.